ahead and I'm going to build a character in Legends of Kralis without needing to worry about explaining everything to a new person coming to Legends of Kralis. So I've got my entire capability of doing this because, well, I wrote the thing, right? So the first thing that you want to do, anybody wants to do, is develop an idea of what their character is supposed to be, what they want it to be. And I'm going to go with a fighter, thief, magic user kind of concept. And to do so, I think I'm going to start with a series, because a series have nothing to do with magic. Let's go. All right, so we have the Legends of Kralis here. We'll go ahead and go down to the pages. I'm actually going to take my time doing this. I'm also going to be using a couple of other things to be able to roll up some stuff. So the Osiris, right? The Osiris are a four-armed species, and basically this is what they're going to get. So we're going to go ahead to our character sheet that we have here. Open it up. Go to Abilities and Features. Come back here, and we will grab the things that we need. The series can speak Iklan, Korshan, and Common, so we'll grab that. Come to our character sheet, put this up in our species, features, and traits, because that's where that kind of cool stuff goes. We'll go back, and then we'll grab the plus 300 pounds, their maximum lift. So we'll put plus 300 here when we get done. Because they have got four arms, it's really kind of cool. They have multiple limbs. Because they have multiple limbs, they are blessed with some really cool stuff. And we'll put this multiple limbs here. They gain a -5 on their first attack, minimum of 0 when they're using multiple attacks. So we'll take and put that there. And they also gain a +10 bonus on grapple checks. So they're easy to grapple with. They can grapple with people much easier. Empathic. They both have this interaction empathicness and this combat empathy, which allows them to understand people. Oops, didn't want to put that there. Understand people and things both in combat and in normal personal interactions. So as a combat empathy, they gain a wits check and gives them +5 for every 3 successes. So we'll grab that. And we'll pop this right over here. Delete this wits check. This gives them a +5 to their attacker skills per 3 wits successes. And finally, the interaction. They gain a +10 bonus to the following skills. Now, what I'm doing is I'm just building the base character. I haven't really gotten into figuring out what I'm going to need skill-wise and ability-wise to be able to do what I need to do. But we'll just do that. But they are great. They gain Convince, Gaming, Haggle, and Interrogate as part... Oops, sorry. Ooh, what did I do here? I took it out. And Interrogate. So it makes them really good warriors, or thieves, spies, and assassins as well, right? So we're essentially done with that. Now, they have a base movement of 15, so we'll go over here to base movement. We'll put 15 here. Modifiers for anything, like if I get some sort of tech or magic item that allows me to move faster, that's where that goes. Then they have normal vision because they're not that cool in that sense. Since we've already got it, we've got normal vision, but we also have night vision, heightened vision, and perfect night vision. And we'll get to this other stuff in just a second. And now all we have left to do is we're going to take this. They get a +10 per. We'll just take all these resistances here and drop them down into here. Of course, they ran out of space. So plus checks versus let's do some text editing here versus surprise checks. versus surprise. They also gain sneak attacks, +10 versus horror. And sneak. They gain a +10 versus horror. So we'll go over here to our horror, which is our wits check. So they're going to get a +10 to that. And then also going to, they get a -10. They suffer a -10 to all skills for every 10 degrees below 30. -30, below 30, which is kind of a cool kind of thing. I'm going to run out of room here. So let's do this. Pop this up there. Pop that up there. And then there we go. So we're essentially done with that. Now, all species begin with 2 basic species abilities. That's just innate in them, right? Innate things, right? And because I want to focus on becoming also, a fighter, thief, magic user, I'm going to go ahead and do a couple things. First, I'm going to take a unique aptitude, which allows me to take an ability from another species because I am a unique aptitude that way. And then I'm also going to take a bonus ability. I gain 1 additional general ability at the beginning of my character rank that I don't have to worry about spending. So I actually gain a really cool other ability, but we'll get back to that in a minute. So the unique aptitude ability allows me to go to among the other species and learn something from them that becomes mine. And because of that, I'm going to go all the way down to the Taja, who I believe is where I want it. I could be wrong. I'm possibly wrong. Generalist. No, I don't care about the generalist. Yes, I'm going to take the Touch of the Avosnal, which gives me a +10 to either Jinhur, Divine, or Spellcraft checks. And since I want to be a fighter, thief, magic user, I'm going to take a +10 to my Spellcraft. It helps. Spellcraft, not craft. There we go. And then I will come to my character, and because I want to make sure I don't forget that, I'm going to go over to Spellcraft and put in a +10 there. It's not even a focus yet because I haven't decided what focus I'm going to take. And then I'm sorry, I put that in the wrong one. The bonus ability I will get to when I choose the abilities, and that's essentially that for the character, the beginning of the species. Now I'm going to be using as a medium creature all my base attributes. Start off with a 50, and I'm using this attribute determination table just to keep things in line. It helps with character generation much better, much quicker. Let's see here. Then I've also got, I can either choose to do the standard species modifiers, or I can use the attribute modifiers optional rule, which basically gives me this ability to give a +10 to 2 of my attributes, and a +5 to any one of the other ones as well. Standardly, as in a series, I gain a +10 to either strength, agility, willpower, or charisma, and that's +10 to both of those, or one of those, or 2 of those. I'm sorry, to 2 of those. So, I'm just going to stick with the series standard because that's really going to help me with some stuff. Because I need. No, you know what? I'm actually going to use the +10 to any 2. So come over here, and I'm going to go to my species modifier. I want stamina because that's where I'm going to gain most of my fatigue to be able to cast spells. And I want also my willpower to be high, and then my intelligence to gain a bonus there. So there is that. So that's essentially done, but now I've got to roll the determination. So I'm going to be rolling the dice for this, and what I normally do with my players is I allow them to roll 4d10, re-roll any ones, and discard the lowest. So 4d10. I'm going to discard the 2, and I've got a 20. And now what we do is I'm going to put this over here. because you can put these in any location that you like. This is probably the longest portion of this. We'll get rid of the 2, so that's a 15. Oh, I'm not rolling very well. Oh, there's a 10 and an 8, so that's 18, 23. Oh, there's 2 10s, and I get to re-roll the 1. That's a 2, so I'm at 26. Looks like I'm at 19 because I got a 7 and 2 6s, so that's a 19. Oh, I almost dropped the dice. Let's see here. I've got 5, 8, so 13. That's an average roll, to be honest with you. Reroll the 1s. That's a 9, 5, and a 7, so 16, so 21. And then the final one. 3 7s would be 21, but I've got 2 7s, and a 9, so that makes it 23. Awesome. So now I get to arrange these however I want to arrange these. All right. And then let's see here. Since I said I want to be a fighter, thief, and caster, I know that the ones that are going to be important to me are going to be my intelligence, my stamina, and my strength and my willpower. So I'm going to put those 3 in the biggest one. So I'm going to be a fighter first and foremost. So I'm going to put 26 there. I'm going to take this 23, put it in my intelligence. Take this 23 and put it in my willpower. Should delete that one. And I'm going to put this 20 in my stamina, since I've already got a 10 bonus there. Now, there are no dump stats technically in Legends of Kralis. There is... Hey, what's up, Lord Byron? Baron? How you doing? Let's see. I think I'm going to take the 19 because agility actually works into agility and perception are also part of my defense. I've got this 21. I'm going to put that in my perception. I'm going to take. I'm not going to worry so much about being nice, so I'm going to put the 13 there, or good looking, or whatever you want to use charisma for, and I'm going to put the 15 there. Right on, Ganesh. Right on. How was the mom's place? The mom-in-law's place. I hope it was good. All right. So now focus modifiers. We are essentially done for that point. Now we're going to do our focus modifiers. Now, I haven't decided what focus I'm going to be because in Legends of Kralis, you can choose a focus, but you're not stuck to the focus. But which one really tells me what I'm actually doing as my character? And I think, even though I'm going I'm going to be a fighter, I think I'm going to go stealth. No, I'm going to go knowledge. I think I'm going to go knowledge with this guy. So as that, I get a +5 to my intelligence and a +5 to my willpower, wits, or stamina. And I think I'm going to make it +5 my intelligence and +5 my stamina. So +5 intelligence and +5 stamina. And that's essentially my character's attribute scores. Not too bad, not too high. Standard, nothing superized, right? So we're going to take those and we're going to put these over here. So I'm going to copy that. Come here to my strength. Now the character sheet automatically helps with this. So I don't have to look up the attributes modifiers. Thank you so much for the subscription there, Lord Byron. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate it, though. Intelligence. Intelligence is 83. I'm doing my wits. 65. Willpower of 83. If you'll notice, all 3 characteristics that I think I'm going to need to be a good fighter, thief, wizard, or spellcaster are there, right? They're the stamina, they're the intelligence, and the willpower. And then a 63 in my charisma. Not too bad. I'm not the best person to be around because I'm going to give you the stink eye. But we'll see what happens. Oh, great foot. Ooh, hit the hot tub for a bit. Winding down. Right on, right on. I feel like we're technically done with this, so we're just going to go ahead and delete this. No, we're not going to save it because I use it for all my character generation, and we are essentially done with that. Now, because I've chosen to be knowledge focused instead of combat focus and social focus, or even stealth focus, I get a couple of cool things. Well, in all focuses, you get some cool things. But we're doing knowledge, and knowledge gives us some cool things. So I'm going to gain 2 additional free skills that are trained. I'm sorry, 2 languages of the free and an additional 3 other trained knowledge skills, and we'll get to those in a minute, other than the power skill of spellcraft. That's important. It helps with balance in a sense. Or I can also choose 2 additional general skills to be part of my focus, so I could really blend here, right? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually sacrifice my 2 free trained language skills, pick up 2 additional general skills, and keep my 3 knowledge skills out of my focus. So technically I'm cheating, but not cheating, so I'm going to get 5 skills that are trained. 4 of them are going to be my focus, 2 are going to be knowledge, and 2 of them are going to be general, which is kind of cool. Now, species gain their own species abilities. Now, as a focus, you also gain 2 additional focus abilities. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do definitely focus, and we'll get to that in a second. Focus is a really cool thing for casters. It allows me to use bonuses from my wits, I believe, or my intelligence, probably my intelligence, I forgot, to actually add bonuses to my skills because I take a second to focus. I think it's a +10. And then I think I'm going to do necromantic studies because it's cool. Oh, it's not going to let me copy over. Necromantic studies. And that's it. Now, the most important thing for casters is their fatigue, because that helps them cast spells. You can cast the same spell all day long as long as you've got the fatigue, right? And the more fatigue that you have, the longer and more spells you can cast, and the higher the spells you can ultimately cast, right? Because that's all based off, the fatigue cost is based off of power rank. So we'll get to that in just a second. So we are essentially done with that. I'm going to gain +10 fatigue points, and then I gain every 5 ranks, I get an additional skill for free, because, you know, I'm intelligent and stuff. So we'll go over here, and I get a +10 to my fatigue. And then I am going, and I gain an additional free skill every 5 ranks. So let's go ahead and grab this. And put that right there. Free skill every 5 ranks, which is important because a lot of things happen once every 5 ranks. All right, and that is essentially it for that. Now down here we do go into the concept of what the focus bonuses are. Every 5 ranks I gain an additional +5 focus bonus to those skills. I also gain an additional every 5 ranks beginning at 5th rank. One of my 4 defenses based on my focus increases by +5. So combat we gain +5 to physical defense, knowledge gains +5 to its magical, social to its divine, and stealth +5 to its genhur. And then we have the focus abilities, which I just talked about. So we're essentially done. We also have the attribute modifier table here. It's based off of the of +1 every 5, so at 50 it's 0 and all the way up. All right, and we are essentially done with that part. Now comes the crunchy part of our system. Since we do not have classes, we actually tell you to pick a concept, pick your species, pick your focus, and then you pick your skills and abilities. But we have all these other stuff that we need to generate. Since I'm a medium creature, all our creatures, all health is based off of size of creatures, right? The bigger you are, tend to be healthier, or at least have more health points. Now, stamina is a size base plus my stamina modifier and my willpower modifier. So I'm going to go over here since it's 40 and stamina and will, so that's going to be 53 total. My fatigue points is stamina score and willpower modifier, so that's the stamina score and my willpower modifier. So I have 85, so 95, 101 fatigue. Now that's awesome for a caster to begin at first rank, right? Now the defenses. We have an active opposed system, right? So if I roll to attack you, you get a physical defense, and we compare successes. If I have more successes than you have in physical defense, I do more damage to you, and vice versa. If I have more physical defense than you have attack successes, you do little to no damage to me at all. So it's 30 for physical defense. It's going to be 30 plus perception modifier and agility modifier. So it's 37. Magical defense, I think it's going to be pretty high though. 30 plus intelligence and stamina. So 36, 43, yeah, because I chose the knowledge. Divine defense is going to be 30 plus wits and charisma. 30 plus 3, 35. I'm not really good active defense against the godly powers. And then Jinhu defense, 30 plus will and intelligence modifier. So 36, so 42. So not too bad for a first rank character. Next, we are going to choose our movement, but that's already part of the species of special stuff, or what am I thinking? Focus features and traits. And then we're going to choose Heroic Luck. Heroic Luck is probably one of the most important concepts in the game. It actually allows you to do some really cool things, like re-roll missed rolls, or ignore a fumble, or ignore a critical by someone else, or to completely ignore an attack by someone who's about to do 200 points of damage to you. Right? Okay, so it's important. So I start off with the charisma modifier, if I have, and plus bonuses. Since my charisma modifier is 2, I suck at the Heroic Luck. But fortunately, I can gain more each rank, so that's important. I don't care if people decide if they just want to pick an age and pick a weight and pick all that stuff. Some people like the random crunchiness of it, and I don't blame them. But I'm just going to go with the average. So it's 25 is my character's starting age. And this is on our back side over here, so 25. Now, if I choose to be female, which is not a bad thing, the series in lore don't give birth in a standard way. What they do is they give birth to eggs that take another year to grow and get ready to hatch. So it's kind of weird. So I'm not sure what my gender is going to be just yet. We'll figure that out in a minute. My height and weight, as in a series, I'm 4'6" plus D10 plus 2, so that's what, 12'6", so I'm 5'2". 5'2", just gives you an idea what this thing looks like, what he looks like, or they look like. And my weight is 150 plus 5d10, so that would be 25, so 175 pounds. I'm a chunky monkey. But I'm also got 4 arms, so that's where a lot of that weight comes from, right? Vision, we already know I have normal vision. My encumbrance is already done, plus 300, so I can actually deadlift kind of in front of me 604 pounds, but I can't move very fast. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. I can't move. In fact, and since it's severe down here, all movement is reduced to a quarter. All physical checks are -10 success penalty. I lose 80 fatigue per half hour. Yeah, it's not a good thing for me to carry that. Now, initiative should already pretty much be done on this character sheet, but it's your agility modifier plus your perception modifier plus your wits modifier. So that gives me 10, and then I roll a d10 with that when I get ready to do combat. Now, the next big thing, now we're getting into character narrative development, right? Philosophies. I chose to create philosophies more than alignments or chaotic, neutral, whatever. Whether you're lawful, chaos, lawful, whatever, right? I chose to do good, neutral, and evil because most people in the world are neutral, right? They do a little good, they do a little bad. Even if they've got the best intentions in the world, sometimes they do good, sometimes they do bad. I mean, when was the last time you actually picked up a $10 bill and tried to find the owner? Think about it. So I'm going to go with neutral because I don't want to try to be good, because I actually have to work to be good, and I don't want to work to be good. Or I could work to be evil, but I have to work to be evil. So my philosophy is neutral. It's already selected for me. And then I'm going to, the next big thing is these aspects and motivations. Now, aspects and motivations are important. They actually help you develop what your character looks out for into the world as. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the boldness, because I'm also a thief. So I'm going to go with the boldness aspect. And I think we're going to be mission motivated, because that's what the fighter would want. And I could go with obscure knowledge as the spellcaster portion of me, but I think the mission actually helps cover both of that. Now, in this set of rules that I haven't updated yet, I've actually made a mechanical connection between motivations and the next big thing is reputation. Reputation comes in three types: influence, renown, and honor. And those basically tell us 25 and honor. These all start off at 25. And honor basically tells us how well the mayors, sheriffs, rulers of cities might know about us. Influence is how much influence we have in a small region, and renown is how well are we known among the little people, right? It starts off at 25, and it can grow and be reduced into negative numbers. So you could have a negative reputation and honor. All right, the next big thing is choosing a background, right? I think there are 13 backgrounds, 14 backgrounds, and these actually give you both hooks and some associated skills and associated bonuses to your character based off of where you grew up, how you grew up, those kind of things. And since I'm a fighter, thief, spellcaster, I think I don't want to be local hero. That's too rustic for me. Not just like rustic villager. I think what I want to do, I love the bounty hunter concepts. I just like being bounty hunters. I don't know. So I'm going to choose to be bounty hunter. Acolyte. We're going to go bounty hunter. Now, we'll zoom here on this one just so you guys can see. So now that I've chosen this, I could go with these three hooks, or make up my own hook, how I got into this, how I became a bounty hunter. That's a video for another time. But right now, these associated skill bonuses, I get to choose 3 of them, and they each gain a +10. And then I get to choose one that we call a super focus, which basically becomes like a focus skill for you. So it'll gain a +20. So I gain a +10 to either convince, information gathering, opening locks, pilot, stealth, or tracking. Well, guess what I'm going to go with, right? I'm going to go with stealth, tracking, and open locks. So those are all going to get a +10. So +10 to stealth, +10 to open locks. Where are you? +10 to open locks, and +10 to tracking. Tracking. If I know where it was, I know where it's at. My brain is not working in ABCs today. It's working in XYZs. So that, and then one of these skills are going to become a plus, my focus skill, my super skill. And I really want to go with stealth. So it's going to start off with a +20 there. And that is essentially done for that. So now I get to move on. And nice picture. This is done by artwork done by Brian Brenly. Kind of shows the different species and different concepts doing different things. Even if you notice here, this is a cool one right here. The series right here, this guy right here has 4 arms. Looks like he drew 2 of them are actually mechanical and has a mechanical eye, or and even a biomechanical leg. Cool. And you can actually do that in Legends of Kralis. You can actually do that, build one for that. All right, so, and then we provide things for like commoners versus explorers. Gives you an idea of what a commoner would like compared to you as a player character or even a trained NPC, right? Now, merit determination cost. So in Legends of Kralis, we do not set up a merit or experience table. You create your own experience table based off of your species, your focus, the campaign modifier, and then also your ability. So as a species, I start off with a 1200 base. 1200. My focus modifier, now this is kind of interesting. My focus is 400. So that's going to go, even though I'm deciding to be all kinds of things. Campaign merit cost is basically a base of 400 per rank, since that's the standard, but right now I don't have any of that. And then my ability cost, we haven't gotten to that yet because I haven't chosen my abilities yet. And we are essentially done with that. And I did write some rules and some suggestions here in the Legends of Kralis character categories for those players that are really used to having classes and races, and then they come to a game that doesn't have classes. We just have species or focuses, and that's it. So we've given some concepts for you to be able to figure out, give an idea, especially since you're a new player. And we are done with that. Now, every chapter has a story about Bishop Sandstone, who was my first character, literally back in D&D White Box, who was a fighting man. And I've developed him through 1st edition, 2nd edition, 3rd, 3.5, skipped 4th, haven't played 5th very often, but then Legends of Kralis, and so he's a pretty awesome hero. All right, so now we get to our skills. Now I have a number of skills equal to 6 plus my intelligence modifier. So my skills are 12. I have a base of 12, plus I gain an additional 2 free, so that's 18, and I gain, yeah, so I have 18 skills altogether, and then 2 of them can be from general. Now, why is that important? I like skills. I like characters to have lots of skills instead of just making the stuff up on the fly, right? So we have combat skills, general skills, knowledge skills, social skills, and stealth skills. When those focus skills, when you choose a focus, you get to choose 4 skills out of your focus that become your focus skill, and they gain an additional plus 10. So since I'm knowledge, I'm definitely going to be taking spellcraft because gotta cast magic. And since my spellcraft already has that, I'm going to give it an additional plus 10, so that gives it a plus 20. So now I am at plus 20 for that casting, and I'm going to make that a focus skill. Then I'm going to take meditate, because meditate helps me give back fatigue when I need to really quickly. And it starts off, it's going to start off with a plus 10, and that's going to be a focus. And then my general skills. I think I want information gathering as a focus skill. Info gathering. And I'm going to use, I think I'm definitely go with my intelligence on that. It says it's a general skill, but I know it isn't, so I'm going to give it a plus 10 here. It's just something I have to keep in mind as a player. You could also make a circle around that or something. I hate when I do that. When I drag a tab off. Anyways, so you can circle around that, whatever you need to do. And then an additional focus skill out of general. I think I'm going to take alertness, being the thief part of me. So that's going to start off as a plus 10 as well, and I'm going to make that a focus. All right, so I'm down now to 16 skills that I get to choose from, right? No, 14 skills. Now, skills start off with a base of 40 plus their controlling attribute modifier. So I'm going to take weapon craft, which allows me to use a weapon. I think I'm going to go with an agility weapon first, and a purse and a per. I don't know what those are going to be yet, but they're combat. So they're going to be, agility is going to be 43 base, and my perception here is going to be 44 as my base standard. And then since I've got those down, I'm down to 12 skills. I also want to make sure that I'm capable of doing what I need to as a thief, right? So I've got stealth and open locks and all that other stuff. So stealth is going to start off with 40 plus my agility, so that's going to be 43, so it starts off with a score of 63. It is not a focus skill, so I'm not going to mark that. Then I'm going to Just going back and forth takes too much time for me when I'm using it like this. I'm also going to give so I'm down to 11. What am I looking at? What do I want to do here? Open locks, perception, so 50. So 54. I'm down to 10 skills left. Skepticism. I don't want to be a leader. Definitely don't want to be a leader, but skepticism allows me to really figure out if someone's lying to me and that kind of stuff. So skepticism is kind of important. So I'm going to give that as my intelligence bonus. It's 40 plus, so 46. I'm going to take acrobatics as well. So that's going to be, and I'm going to use my strength for that one. So agility is going to be 45. My acrobatics. So I'm down to 9. Now I want to make sure I all these other ones. So plus 10, so 54 for that one. Information gathering is my intelligence. So 16, so that's a 56. Meditate is 50, willpower 56, and then my spellcraft, which is pretty important to me as well, is going to be 66. It's pretty awesome for a first rank character to have that kind of score, but that's about where you should be actually if you focus correctly. And then so I said I was going to have 16, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 50. I'm going to take tracking, make that my intelligence, so that's going to be 56. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. I've got 5 more skills. Another thing that's important, so I've got my alertness, I've got my skepticism, but and my meditate, which allows me to actually gain back fatigue when I don't have to have a huge rest. I'm also going to take martial arts because I want to be able to defend myself if I don't have weapons, right? So I'm going to make that my strength. So strength. So it's going to be a 45 base. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. I've got 2 more skills. And I gain more skills later, so I don't have to worry about taking all of them. If I don't take them all right now, it's not that big of a deal. Definitely going to take search, being a thief, right? And that is going to be 40 plus my perception, so 44, and 1 more. Lord Baron, hey Kirby, how you doing? I don't know if Lord Baron is still here or not. Is he still here? Lord Baron, are you here? No, he took off. No, he's here. Kirby and Lord Baron, if you're watching, anybody who's watching can see this list, help me pick out one more skill. One more skill. I need one more skill. It can be from any of these, right? It can be combat, general, knowledge, social, or stealth. Stealth. Well, I've already got stealth.
Can you up it?
I've already upped it. It's all, no, I can't up it. My wife's over here. Take stealth, make it more. I'm like, I already did. I mean, my stealth is at 63.
Oh, I didn't know
it started better than your first rank character. Oh, burn!
I'm not a thief.
Well, I know you're not. You tend not to. So, anybody have?
Stealth is actually high.
Anybody have a skill they think I should take?
Search.
I've got search. I've got all those. I'm taking too long here. All right. I'll give you guys another second, and then I'm going to pick it. Oh, wait. Someone just pinged me on Discord. Who pinged me on Discord? Oh, yeah, I forgot. I need to take that off. Hold on. Let me go, because I heard that people are, like, rating things. Channel. So I turned that off while I'm not around. I forgot to turn it back on. Video producer. Community. Settings. Stream. Where did I turn? Now I forgot how to turn it off. So bad. It's got to be in channel, and it doesn't do it. Oh, alertness. I've already got alertness there, Lord Baron. I've got that already. I've got to figure out how to turn that back on because Kirby can't do it. You're a moderator, so you get to do it. No worries. Friends, no, that's not it. Where did I turn this on at? Oh, I turned it on. I don't remember. I'm so new to Twitch. Moderation. Hold on. I think it's there. Only chat. No, don't want that. Unban requests. Channel. It got to be in the channel, right? No, it's in the stream. It's got to be in the stream. Enable clips. Subscriber only. Yeah. Raids, drops. Should block all raids. Yeah, streaming tools, no. Extensions, no. Content. Yeah, I'll make you a mod. Let's just do that. That's just easier. Because you're always around anyway, Curb. Community, go to my follower list. And how do I do that again? Curb, do you know how to do that again? I've only done it once. Lord Kirby, where are you? Drunken Kirby. Can I just click on you? I think I can just click on you, right? And make you a mod.
Even it says if you want to add them.
Channel. Go to my stream. Go to Drunken Kirby. And we're friends. Mod. There it is. There, I modded you. I am powerful. Watch me. So, all right, back to that. You're a mod now, so you should be able to do whatever you want to. Welcome to the chat room. I've got a email. The room's only for email. You can find your currently available emoticons. That works. There you go. Since you're always watching me anyway. All right. So, oh my God, what if he's multilingual? Can he sign 4 languages with 4 arms? I would let you do that. But you would have to make an intelligence check. That way you don't confuse, since you're using, some sign languages, they'll use 2 hands. So I'd only think you could only do 2 different languages at once, the top ones and the bottom ones, but you'd have to make an intelligence check each time because you might, you're talking down with your bottom arms and you do the same thing up, it's kind of like doing one of these things.
That's pretty cool.
That, I would let you do that. But yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I would, you would have to definitely make an intelligence check on that one. But yeah, definitely. Sign language? You think sign language? All right, we can do sign language. That rocks. That rocks. And we will use our intelligence because that's better. And it starts off with a 46. All right, we are done with skills. All right. But we got a couple things we need to do down here. Now, my jump is equal to half my height plus 1 foot per 25 strength. So I've got 3 feet there and half my height, which is 5'2", so 2 foot. So I can jump straight up 5 feet. We'll round up to 6 because we go for the character's benefit. Lifting. Now, a lot of people have problems with this, but it's not how much, it's not, you can only lift up 75 pounds. It's, you need certain amount of successes to be able to, so you need the total number of successes to actually carry something. I mean, carry it and lift it, not necessarily carry it, right? Just because you have a max lift of 604 pounds doesn't mean you're going to be able to carry 604 pounds easily, right? Swimming. No worries. So I am making a triple combination, a series character, a fighter, thief, spellcaster. Because I can. Triple threat. I can swim 8 feet doggy paddling because I didn't take it. My fear is my willpower check, 83. My horror is my wits plus 10, so that's 75. And my poison is 85. Yeah, I can resist poisons, which is kind of cool. All right. Triple threat headcanon is an inquiry. Yes, Patrick Swayze was the man. We are unfortunate to no longer have him among us. Anyways, just like Bruce Lee, right? All right, so I'm essentially done with that. Now, I can go through all these skills, but I know what they do for the most part. I'm not going to worry about it. So the next thing that we have to do is, since we're almost done with our characters, actually pick our abilities. Now, there are 302 abilities. Do you feel overwhelmed yet? You shouldn't. It's not that big, right? It's not that hard because of the fact is you know what your focus is, and you should always go with your first focus, right? But I'm bending the rules in a sense. I am a fighter thief caster. So what is more important to me? Should I worry about combat abilities, stealth abilities, or spell casting abilities? Let's see here. I'm listening to Star Trek in this ear over here, by the way. Spellcasting. Yeah, I think we can do that. So, what we've created, for those of you who eventually get really good and know what's in, but you just don't remember the page number, is we've created this Master Ability List Index. And it can make people feel like it's overwhelming, but it's not. It really is. This is just an index, right? This is like going to the back of the book and looking it up, but we just put it up here. And each chapter is divided into its specific abilities. So we have combat, knowledge, social, stealth, and then we have general, right? So, but you're right, Kirby. I am going to go to knowledge, which is right down here. I need to turn this to the hand so I can do this faster. So it's knowledge. Oh, artwork, by the way, is done by the brilliant Joseph G. Garcia, an amazing artist. I love his art. It's got that old school retro comic book feel, and just he's amazing. So if you have the opportunity to purchase art and you want to go find him on Instagram or Facebook, art by Joseph G. Amazing person. So anyways, so we're going to go over here, and our first, and so we in each of the abilities, we give this awesome ability index that also gives page numbers. So if you're like, oh, I don't remember what page that was on, what page, so you don't have to go all this flipping back and forth. But since we're doing spell casting, the first thing that we need is going to be called Arcane Touch. Arcane Touch allows us to use our spellcraft skill to cast spells. So it's on page 114, and that is going to be our first ability that we're going to take. So back here on our character sheet, remember, I don't know if you remember that or not, we talked about developing our own experience table or merit table. So this is 500. So currently, for me to go from first rank to second rank, I need to earn 2,100 merit, which isn't really that hard. It'll be like 2 sessions, 3 if your GM is like not being cool. But, you know, most GMs are cool. And we give a whole bunch of rules on how to give merit and things like that, and I can talk about that one day. So, Arcane Touch. Arcane Touch allows us to actually cast spells, but it also gives us some bonuses. So let's go ahead and zoom in here. So, Arcane Touch. When you first take this ability, you gain a +5 to your magical defense score. Cool! I am less likely to get hurt by magic. It's now a base of 48. I also gain +10 to fatigue points, which makes me even more effective caster. Now I'm up to 111 fatigue. However, those with Arcane Touch and Spellcraft are able to cast spells. Now you can take Arcane Touch without having Spellcraft, because Arcane Touch is an ability that allows you to access. Right, I've got to do that. That's an actual great question for YouTube. That I need to do the YouTube kind of things, right? And there are a lot of abilities out there that are divided into these tiers: heroic, legendary, epic, and paragon. And Arcane Touch is one of those. So when you first take the ability, I start off with the heroic level. Now, heroic level allows me to gain access to 1 arcane element, and then I can also use the minor magical tricks. I can use at a whim. Right, just because I'm magical. So I can create a sensory effect, a small burst of air, I can snuff out a candle or a torch, I can mark a small item, I can create a simple non-magical item or trinket that can fit in my hand, which lasts for up to an hour. So as a thief, you know what I'm going to be replacing? Silver pieces and gold pieces. Why not, right? That's the way to do that. Really mess with people. But I can only do it one. It's a simple non, so it'd have to be a really basic. Yeah, shadow spells. So at this tier, I'm able to cast up to power rank 2 spells from it. So we'll get into magic in just a second. So I'm going to go to my character sheet here, and I'm going to make an adjustment there and spellcraft, which is important. And I am heroic rank, and I get PR up to PR2 spells and magical tricks. We'll just call them magical tricks because it's fun. Magical tricks. And it's really free up to the GM to decide what those magical tricks are and how far you want to go with those. So that's pretty important there. Now, at the beginning, when I first started the character, I chose a unique aptitude, which gives me the Taste of Novel, because now I have a plus 10 on my spellcraft. But I also get a bonus ability, and I'm going to choose that out of general. Or should I? No, I'm going to go to stealth. No, wait. No, I'm going to go back to combat. And I am going to take the very first thing. I'm going to be a born fighter. So born fighter. Which, by the way, gives me a plus 10 to my physical defense or my shield skill, and a plus 10 to my my weaponcraft or martial arts skill, right? So my physical defense goes up to 47. Now I'm not so bad. And so what do you think I should do? Do you think I should do plus 10 to my martial arts, which will take it to 55, or should I do it to a weapon? What do you guys think? Give me an idea here. All right, cool. I can do that. I can zoom in real tight. Is that better? Does that look better? Martial arts. I feel you. I feel you on that. I absolutely do feel you on that. I don't know. One path is the path of the fist. So martial arts. All right, I'll do martial arts since you both. Oh well, no. Kirby, do you disagree with Lord Byron? Should I do martial arts or should I do a weapon?
Yes.
What do you think we should do, Kirby?
Move.
Martial arts, very good. There we go. So it's at 55. Boom. And we are done with that. So let's take a look at our character so far. I haven't chosen a name yet, which, by the way, I can do. I believe they're on page, let's see how good I knew, 17. Oh, no. I've changed the page numbers on these things so much. I forget where things are at. So there's series. Now, what you'll find, give me 1 second. I got to let the little boy in.
Come on, baby.
Our kitten came home again. That's always a bonus. So, it's serious. So they have these common languages, right? And then down here, they have these typical names. They don't have last names. They just go by a name that was given to them. So I think what I'm going to do, because I know my language, I think I'm going to create a specific Assyrian name. I think I'm going to call this a series Shah-Achi, which means me east. Shah-Achi. 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 So basically it just means me east or east of me. Something like that. Just something cool. And that's done. We don't have any spirits, cultural kin, because they are a single species. I am a medium-sized creature, and I am currently rank 1. All right, since we're doing martial arts, we have martial arts up here. I'm gonna get some weapons. Now, martial arts, you can do quick attacks, normal attacks, or heavy attacks based on how much my score is. Since I'm a 55, I can do up to normal attacks. Light attacks are like quick attacks, which I can do as a simple action, I believe. I'd have to actually check that out. Let's go check that out, shall we? Since we're all into martial arts. Let's go take a look at that real quick. Martial arts, trained only. So, armor restrictions. I can't wear anything heavier than Ooh, I can't wear armor at all if I do that. So, you know what? We're going to go that route. We'll go that route. Damage versatility. When using martial arts, the attacker chooses to either do health damage or fatigue damage. I can choose to beat you down or kill you, which is cool. Martial arts strikes. When using martial arts strikes, I can use the different parts of my body, my hands, my feet, my elbows, my head, whatever, my fingers, right? And I can do quick strikes. So I can attack once per attack. I can attack one attack for every 30 points. Since I'm above 30 with 55, I can attack twice with one of those or attack once with a normal strike. So I can do 2 quick strikes or 1 really powerful strike at 4. Now when my score gets to 75 points, I can do a base damage attack with a base of 6. But I can also block and defend with my physical defense, which makes it better. But I do have to spend an hour every day practicing. And Lord Baron, Nick, you know what that's like. You have to practice or you'll lose it. All right. So, we are done with that. So I'm going to take you to some of these new abilities. So what we'll do here is we'll just focus, which is a knowledge. Yes. There is a style of martial arts that's in combat that allows you to, it's called martial style tiger, which allows you literally to use your fingers as weapons, and you can pick up somebody and throw them a certain distance. You can drop them right in front of you, or you can throw them a certain amount of distance away from you as well. So that's really kind of cool, right? So focus. It's a knowledge ability. Yep, there it is. So knowledge, right? What I was talking about earlier. So gives you a description of all this stuff. So I gain a plus 20 bonus per 20 willpower or intelligence modifier to a single specified skill for 1 turn per my willpower modifier. So that's going to be, what's my intelligence? My intelligence is higher than my willpower, right? It's the same. So I'm going to gain this for a plus 5 bonus, 20, 40, 60, 80. That's a plus 20 bonus. Oh, look at this shit. Plus 20 bonus to 1 skill for 1 turn. Actually, no, it's not going to be for 1 turn. For 6 turns. For 6 turns. So let's say I want to focus on my martial arts, right? I'm going to focus on my martial arts. My martial arts, the next 6 turns, is a 75, but that does not give me access to the extra like fight hit heavy attacks, right? My willpower modifier is the same as my intelligence modifier, which is 6. All right. And this can be, I can use it twice per day. So I can only use it twice per day, but that's still pretty awesome. Twice per day, 2 times day. Just the 1 skill? Just to that 1 skill, right, for 6 turns, because I'm focused on that. I'll become hyper ADHD, neurodivergent, super focused, right, which we all are at some point in our lives, right? Just super focused on that skill, right? I can use it twice per day. Gotta turn this fan over here. Let me know if it's too loud, if the fan's too loud. It's humid in southern Arizona, and we're not used to the humidity. We're wimps. But we can stand outside in 115 degree and not break a sweat. Can you? Still twice a day is better than none. Let's see here. My next focus ability is necromantic studies. This is also a knowledge ability, and basically I've dabbled in necromancy just a little bit, so I gain additional bonus damage when I do damage with my spells. It can't be healed by normal healing. It can only be fixed over time, so your body has to, so healing magic cannot stop this. So that's what that is, and it's a plus 5 bonus to all my spells cast. So for plus 5 fatigue, we call the FP, wounds cannot be healed by normal, well, not by normal, but by holy magic. So cleric, priest, monk, whatever, or even the fighter who's got dabbled in divine knowledge can't heal that person or the what have you, whatever, right? So there's that, and so that's a plus 10 to PD and MA, martial arts. And guess what? We're done. If I wasn't talking to you guys, I would have been done 25 minutes ago. But boom. Right on. But we're not really done. I lied. Kirby knows I lie a lot. I've still got to go through the awesome parts of actually selecting my spells. All right, so let's get to... should we do equipment first and then spells, or spells then equipment? What do you guys want to see? Let me know. What do you guys want to see? Spells first. All right. Spells. Spells. All right. Since I don't think you've seen spells, Curb, in your last one, we'll come back to that. All right. So it went too far. So just because I'm going to give this as information, we have 3 types of magic in Legends of Kralis. We have your arcane, magical formulic spells that are actually formulas that you need to. Sir B, all right, call you Sir B. All right, Sir B. Nice to meet you. So we have spellcraft, which is arcane magical formulic spells. Then we have the divine, which only comes from the divine, or the omniverse, if that's so choose what you want to do, but that's limited. And then you have Jinhur, which is really focused on the internal, and only you can produce it, right? You don't have to worry about worrying about spells or deities. You can summon your own stuff, but I am going to go spellcraft. Now, spells have come in 6 different types of spells. We have fire, earth, air, water, essence, and spirit. So you have 6 different types of spells. So obviously fire is going to be about destruction and fire for the most part. Earth is going to be about earth and what it can do, teleportation, movement, that kind of stuff. Water is going to be definitely about water. Air is going to be about air, teleportation, and other movements. And then essence is about the chaotic forces, about darkness, but it's not necessarily evil, but it's definitely about darkness. And then spirit. Spirit is energy and summoning, right? So what do you guys think we should do? Well, actually, I haven't even chosen which spell I'm going to, which element I'm going to choose on. So what element should we do? What do you guys want to see? Essence, all right, essence. Barrett, are you still here? Essence, all right, looks like we're going essence. So just so that you guys know, so we kind of go through different kinds of things. You have to have spell books if you're going to be arcane, but you can also get a you guys are definitely on the same page. You need spell books, right? You need spell books to be able to do certain things. Or you can go with, or later I could actually maybe get a demonic tutor that allows me to not have a spell book, but I have to use a talisman. There's also the ability for me to magically inscript them as tattoos on my body, which works, or on a staff, or on gauntlets, or something like that. So we're not going to worry about that right now. I don't know. Let's see here. What should I do? I could do that. But I would have to actually get them tattooed, and that would take some time. Tattoos are very cool. And they never go away. And the only way people can take it away from me is actually skinning me alive. Ooh, gross, right? Oh, and if you fail in casting a spell or magic, you can actually summon a demon. Right, especially with no armor. And the series already tattoo themselves up. And I've also got this really cool thing is in the series. I have this band of this natural skin band that comes all the way across, and it actually helps other people understand what kind of mood I'm in. Right? So green could be used for like jealousy if you want. White could be for fear. Black could be for anger. Red could be for anger. It just depends on what you want to do. But it kind of changes color depending on my character's mood. Which is, I think, is kind of cool. Divine magics, you really have to work at being a divine caster, and you would have to work with your GM because the core rule says that you can't heal anybody that's not a part of your church or believes in what you believe. You just can't. Well, or maybe they can say, yeah, I'll come to your side if you heal me, right? I don't know. We'll see how that, right? And we also have a list of the World of Kralis deities here. Jinhur, again, down here in the corner, this art is again done by Brian Brenly, amazing cartoon artist as well. Love both of my guys. And Jinhur discipline is a difficult discipline to master as a core rule because it requires specific understanding of the system. But it's there for those people who like that kind of stuff, that crunchiness. And we will get to that. So, and just in case you guys are cool about it, I've got interviews with a mage, a priest, and a Jinhur talking about what's the differences and how do they work in the world. See, Jinhur actually has these hand symbols that you got to make. And Lord Byron, if you are anything of a martial artist, you will recognize some of these hand symbols. Yep. Put that in our Discord chat there, Sir B. So I don't forget it. I will forget it if we don't write it down, so I need to write down YT for differences on magic. Got it. I beat you to it. All right, but yeah, do you recognize any of these? These are symbols that are known to be used by practitioners of ninjutsu. Some of them, not all of them, just some of them. Actual symbols. All right, and then we give you guys lists of the powers. We start off with the divine spells, right? Divine spells good, neutral. Again, another piece of art done by Joseph Garcia. This is a Canis divine caster, and if you notice, let me zoom in here. He has got himself a little androtic familiar. Yes, he created one, and I think it's cool, and you can do that in Kralis, by the way. Yeah, it's a very obscure thing for a long time ago. No, that is actually not a mace. That is not a mace. That is actually a incense holder. And he talked to me about it because, so what if I made that into a weapon? I'm like, make it out of iron and incense. You could have it as a, not a mace, but a, like a Morning Star kind of weapon, right? And he's like, that's cool. So spells. Everybody can cast spells from any category, but when you focus on one, so we've divided it up. So I can take another element later. See, I'm getting ADHD'd right now, right? So essence. All right. So I get a total number of spells, I believe, equal to my intelligence. I need to go back and actually look at that. I haven't created a caster in a long time. I generally go a Jinhur, so I know that backwards and forwards. Beginning spells. I start off with 1d10 plus 2 worthy of spells. So, do either of you guys have a d10 there nearby? If you don't, I will use my own and determine, but I would like you guys, if you want to interact, roll a d10 and tell me which one. We'll take the highest. If you got a d10. If you don't, just tell me and I will go with what I just rolled. No d10s? Are you guys getting d10s? Just need one. Don't need two. Well, you do need two in the system, but... Alright, you guys are taking too long. Alright, I'm going to go with the one that I rolled. I rolled 5, so I get 5. I get 7 spells altogether to start off with. Alright, so I'm going to, since I know what most of these are, I'm going to go here. Power rank 0. It costs me only 1 fatigue to actually cast it, but I'm going to take Frightened. Put Frightened there. Oh, no worries. I'm going to take Aggravate Wounds, which is kind of cool. I can actually cause the wounds of an opponent to become even more painful for them because someone else did it. So I can damage somebody and then cast Aggravate Wounds. Darkness, obviously. That's a no-brainer. Fight in the dark, even though I can't see. But there is an ability that allows me to do so, fight in the dark, called Blind Fighting, which allows me to fight with no eyes or in the dark. Foulness, I'll take Foulness because it is a power rank 1. So that's 4. I'm not going to take Mold Object. Mold Object is cool, but I'm not going to take it. And let's see, what's up here at the... definitely going to take Elemental Shield Essence. Because that allows me to create a shield of energy around me. So, Elemental Shield. And then, I could take the Blades of Risha Amaru and have Blades helping me out. Yeah, I'm going to do that because there's Essence Blades as well. Alright. Did we lose Lord Byron? No, he's still here. Good. Oh, wait. I didn't want to do that. Let's do that instead. Alright, so those are my starting spells. You want to take a look at those real quick? We can do that. Go here. We'll do them by alphabetical order. So, remove Frighten. You're fighting a boss. Yeah, don't die because I'm wondering if you're still around. We're going to put Aggravate Wounds up here. Blades here. Darkness. Darkness. Elemental Shield. Foulness. And then Frighten, right? Yeah. Alright, so Aggravate Wounds. Now, there are a lot of spells, but we've combined a lot of spells to make them a lot easier and actually build up on things like that. Oh, another piece of artwork done by Joseph G. It's a caster that has a biomechanical arm because he must have lost his arm fighting something and a leg. So I figure he's lost... I think that whole half of his body was hurt some way, and the only way they could repair it, they couldn't regenerate it, so they built him a new arm and leg. And then that sick lizard creature down there. It's actually got biomechanics added to it to make it better. Right? I love that art. The art is so sick. Oh, and this one everybody loves. This one is actually a t-shirt that I used in Pride Month. It's a rainbow dragon with the Osiris cat with summoning a forest dragon in Jinhuro, and it's the out there in the world in the wild. It's actually the rainbow dragon, which is I love that piece of art. Okay, so aggravate wounds. All right, so since you guys have never seen spells before and how this works, every spell has a power rank, and that determines a couple things. One, are you able to cast it? And two, how much fatigue does it actually cost to cast a spell? So power ranks 1 through 3 have a fatigue cost of 3. So if I wanted to cast a first rank spell, power ranks 1 spell, it's cost me 3 fatigue. Power rank 2 is 6, and power rank 3 is 9, and it just goes up from there. So it's just easy to remember. So aggravate wounds, being a power rank 1, has a range of 25 feet. It's an instant. I can focus on one creature, and unfortunately it is a full action, and the target gains a magical or divine defense, and since I'm using it as an essence, they would gain a magical defense. Now I can cause 2 times my intelligence modifier and bonus damage to those wounds. In addition, if those that fail the defense will begin to bleed 5 points of damage every turn, and bleeding damage is stackable up to, I believe, 20 points per turn. Yeah, death can happen very quickly here. Yeah, all spells cost fatigue, and that's the reason why you want a really high fatigue, right? So I mean, I can cast aggravate wounds all day long, literally. What's 111 divided by 3? That's 33, 35, 36 times before I run out of fatigue, right? Yeah, so it's pretty. I like the system. You know, I'm biased though. All right, so that is that one. Well, what's 111 divided by 3 for a power rank 1? So let's pull up the good old calculator. 111 divided by 3. Yeah, well, 37 times. I said 35, 36 times. So yeah, I could cast that spell 37 times. But then I take a break, meditate, and gain some of that back. Take a deep breath. So that's what aggravate wounds do. Now, Blades of Risha Amaru are a mystical blade that I call into existence, and based off of my element, it gains certain things, but not until I get higher in rank. Blades. So, the Blades of Risha Amaru grant me to summon forth an ability of an elemental, right? So there would be a fire blade, a wind blade, a stone blade, an acid blade. In my case, I get a negative energy blade, and as a base, just as a base, I can attempt to cast other blades, but it's an additional power rank of +1, so it would cost me more fatigue, right? Each blade is 3 feet long with a single sharp side. As a simple action, this is why it's important. Once I've cast it, I can keep them around and use them. As a simple action, the caster can use this weapon to attack once per turn or move to a new target. It does a base of 3 points of damage per success of the cast of the spell that I cast. And then once I get to able to cast power rank 4 spells, and this is really cool, that blade becomes a negative blade, and it becomes a sheer black blade that is jagged and cold to the touch. It absorbs all heat within an area, causing all those within a 5-foot diameter to suffer D10 cold damage per turn. The blade deals an additional 2d10 points of damage to all good philosophical beings, and that's anybody that's good, right? That could be angels, that could be you, that could be whoever's good, right? So it does some really cool kind of stuff. What's the next one? Darkness. I don't think I have to explain that one, unless you want me to. Let's say one, yeah, 2d10, right? Yeah, 2d10 of of damage to all good physical. What did I say? Did I say D10? I meant 2D10. Yeah, at rank 1, it's pretty phenomenal. But that's not at rank 1. I don't get that until I'm able to cast PR4 spells, which doesn't happen until I reach 5th rank, right? I can cast 1 through 3 right now, more or less. No, 1 and 2. At 5th rank, I can cast 3 and 4. Yeah, but still, it's still pretty awesome, right? But still, that's still pretty potent. I have an extra weapon floating around that I can use once per turn to do an additional attack. So currently, as a martial artist, I can hit somebody twice with quick strike, right? Then, as my full action, have this already cast, it attacks the opponent. So I'm getting basically 3 attacks, one from my physical attacks and one from my spell that I have cast out there. All right, so the next one we're going to do is Elemental Shield. Now, Elemental Shield still follows the same concept of it being an elemental kind of thing. And where is it? Elemental Shield. Elemental Shield. So this allows me to summon forth a elemental force to float in front of me, or enhance the shield if I'm holding a shield, right? If it's cast in front of me, the Elemental Shield gives me, the caster, damage absorption of 5 points plus 1 per success. So imagine, Serby, that I do this, I get a critical with it, which is not 1 through 5, right? And I get an additional 10. So this thing could absorb upwards of 10, almost 25 points of damage per attack from somebody at rank 1. I can stand there behind them protected, right? And it's an elemental shield of, I could say it's a black elemental shield, or it's a translucent gray shield because I'm using essence magic, right? And that's that one. And then the final two is Foulness and Frighten. Foulness is just a utilitarian skill, or utilitarian spell. Where is it? I can't spell today, guys. Foul. There it is, Foulness. Basically, I can cause any liquid up to 12 fluid ounces per success that I touch to become foul and poisoned. Yeah, it's a great way to poison whole villages. Well, what was it the other day? We were playing with some of my players that are across the pond in England, and one of them hit somebody for 37 successes worth of damage. That's when I look at you and go, how do you want to do it? Foulness there, so yeah, definitely there. And then the last one is Frightened. It's a 0 casting spell, a 0 power rank. It cost me 3 fatigue to actually cost it. And basically I can cause people around me to become troubled, and they must flee from the area, moving as fast as they can in a random direction for D10 turns. But they get a willpower check at TS1 per every 3 successes I casted the spell. Oh, they did more than that. Yeah, so I think I fumbled on the so it was 37 successes they did times 5. Yeah, they did 185 points of base damage on that one attack. Yeah, it kills people instantly. It's an instant kill. Even after armor, right? Even if they have like at first rank, third rank, they have like 16 points of armor. Pop. They're just gone. Well, that's the whole, I know it's like, oh my god, right? And think about like from Dungeons and Dragons or anything else, like, you can do this, you can do that. Kralis is a deadly system. You can kill things very quickly, right? Very quickly, but that's also flipped. Something can attack you and kill you just as quickly, which is why we have heroic luck, because I want you guys to feel threatened, but I don't want you to feel like it's impossible to handle things. So that is basically the creating of a first rank character. Yep. And all I need to do now is earn 2,100 merit point to go up. Any questions? Yeah, 37 success is ridiculous. I mean, he rolled a critical 3 times, so that means he rolled a D10 one time, 3 times, and got a 10 on each one of those, or at least 2 of them, to get to 37 successes. No, it's not a matter of rank 5. It's a matter of it being a just a lucky roll, critical roll, right? Oh. Actually, so now let's go buy some equipment. Are you still with us, Lord Baron? Or are you still fighting bosses? You killing bosses? Yeah, so, you know what? Let me pull up something here real quick. Let me... Got a lot of PDFs here. So this is the Legends of Kralis Game Master's Guide. And I'll show you what a heroic luck can actually do. I only give you a partial list in the game, in the player's guide. There it is. So heroic luck. It can only be used certain times, right? We put restrictions on that. So each time you miss a roll and you don't want to miss that roll, you can spend 1 heroic luck and re-roll it. You can avoid a fumble, which is 2 spent. I can avoid a critical strike from somebody, but doing so forgoes my next full action, but that's 3 heroic luck. Or once a day I can gain a helping hand in something I need. If I spend 4 heroic luck, I can completely ignore the damage of any one attack. It's only once per combat. Oh, those spells are power rank 5? Yeah. No, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Right. 5, you can exchange 5 of that heroic luck for a plus 50 bonus to your next skill or attribute attempt once per day. 6 allows you to literally escape almost certain death for some reason. You do hear the fan? All right. Maybe blow some air around the house. So you can spend 7, which can completely heal your fatigue once per day to your character. No, just a plus 50. It gives you, because you're spending your heroic luck, it's a plus 50. There is no minuses on this. There's nothing bad about the heroic luck. It's all meant to make sure you're powerful, right? You spend 8, and once per day you can completely cure yourself of magical disease or bring your health all the way back to full. You spend 9, and you gain a plus 100 check, a plus 100 to any one check once per game session, right? So when you really need it, No, it's giving you a plus 50 to your skill, right? So if you have a skill of 50 and you add a 50 to it, it gives you 100. I mean, I guess I understand your thinking, but it increases your skill up, and then you roll underneath that skill, gives you bonus. And then same with the plus 100 to any one check. So it gives you a plus 100 to your skill check. Right, and then the big one is if you spend 10 heroic luck, somehow your character has avoided death, absolute death. Now you're alive, you're at 1 health and 0 fatigue, you're alive and unconscious, and you can only do that once per campaign session. So you can only do it once in a campaign. It's newbie questions. No big deal. It's a different way of thinking about it, right? It's kind of like thinking, it's like that math question that is it 16 or is it 1, right? When you follow the PEDMAS, it depends on how you view it, right? But that's essentially that. What was I going to... equipment. So, Oh, by the way, if you guys haven't seen this, you can actually buy void ships and actually go out into the void. So you want to play Sky Pirates, Nick? I got you. I got you covered. I don't know if he can hear me. He's probably screaming at the fact that he's actually... Or is he even still on anymore? I don't know if he's still on. Oh, I can. Yeah. Yeah, so you can... I've actually got the ability for you to create your own vehicles as a player character if you can afford them, all the way from sea-based, air-based, void-based, land-based. No, I don't underestimate your power. I'm just saying I got you covered. Legends of Kralis has got you covered. One of my favorite ones that everybody loves to get a hold of is they don't like to ride horses. They like to ride these Savabjuls, which are basically levitation bikes. Better way to describe them, think Destiny bikes. Oh, I'm still being on. Well, it's 11:30 our time. But, you know, tomorrow's Labor Day. I'm going to sleep in. And so that's that. But we got equipment to buy. Now, equipment... right, if they can afford it, they can flat out craft their own. Or they can buy one that's already pre-generated, right? It's whatever you want to do. Another awesome character sketch by Joseph Garcia. Now, this is actually a tribute to a young man who took his life like 3 years ago, suicide, because he was being bullied because he was LGBTQ and was a role player. So when we publish, I'm going to make sure his mom gets a couple books. And know that he's also got his own character as an NPC in the world of Kralis. He is a Dadura Shiva knight. I think he's like a 20th rank knight. And if you can see, he's got energy pistol, energy rifle, and carries a sword. Right out of Final Fantasy 15. All right, so we build your wealth off of your character background, plus some blessings of the gods, and hopefully the gods will be good to me. But I'm in a series. All right, so I chose to be a bounty hunter, so I start off with a base of 525 silver. Our economy is silver-based because I don't like gold pieces. And I'm going to roll 2d10, and I want to roll as low as I can. I got a 49, so that means I get an additional 550 silver pieces. So that takes it to 1,075. And because I'm the GM, I'm going to give myself the extra 25 silver for being in the series. So I've got 1,100 silver pieces. All right. So that's how you determine your wealth. And I actually had a discussion with one of my friends about what wealth actually means in Kralis. Yeah, no, I feel you drunk, Serby, because of the fact that one of my wife's best friends, just before we had our son, it wasn't suicide, but it was bad. Anyways, I'm moving on. So I'm a martial artist. Because I have the martial arts skill, I can't use armor, so we'll skip past that. I also can't use shields. Skip past that. But weapons table. Now, this looks like something right out of 2nd edition Dungeons and Dragons, because what are those 2H, A20s, B10s, E10s, and zeros or OKs and all that other stuff? Those are the special things that you get that the weapons actually get to do. So they're not a hard list. They're pretty, if you think about it, anything that has an A in front of it ignores armor. Anything that has a B in front of it does bleeding damage. Anything that has an E in front of it is a defense modifier, up or down. Sweats profusely at armor chart. Why are you sweating profusely? Are you hot for it? Do you want to see it? I'm sorry to hear that, Serby. Why are you nervous? There's nothing nervousing about it. It's armor. It just allows you to absorb damage. You know, kind of like what you do when you're playing Final Fantasy IV on American Speed. They can be overwhelming. I'm not disagreeing with you at that at all. They can be overwhelming. But by the time you get to the point where you're actually doing big numbers, it's not that overwhelming. And you strike me as someone that, while it may be big numbers, you're capable of handling that. It's not, by the time you're, and they're big numbers only because they're subtracting numbers or adding numbers. There's really, the only multiplication happens is when you try to determine total number of damage done, and it's your base damage times your total number of successes. Which is why we only use 2d10 at anything in Legends of Kralis. It determines just about everything. I like numbers. I mean, I've seen some of your characters on Final Fantasy there, 1200 health. Oh wait, yeah, I know. It's the computer actually does all the thinking. Anyways, so I don't know what weapons I want to choose. Oh, I know what I want, and I can actually afford it. I'm gonna get a meteor hammer. Yes. Is that it's a strength and agility based weapon, and I took agility, so I'm going to do a meteor hammer. M hammer. M hammer, and perception. So that was what, 650 for that bad boy. So that takes me what to 550, right? Or 450. 450. Takes me to 450. Unfortunately, I can't afford a pistol. I'm sad. But I can afford a light crossbow. But do I really want crossbow? I don't think I want that. I think what I want to do is... I like big numbers and I cannot lie. Ooh, that's a good... Ooh, I wonder if I could... I'm not a good singer, but that'd be awesome, right? I love that song. I grew up on that song. So maybe what I should do is use... I think a katat. I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers seem to deny. Can't deny. My wife knows the song better than me. I grew up on it, but I don't remember it. I think I'm going to do katats. I think that's what I want to do, katats. So I'm going to do a meteor hammer here, M hammer, and a katat. So my martial arts is a base skill of 55, base damage of 2-4 right now. Bonus damage, since I'm using my strength, is +5. My strike range is 0. My crit range is 1 through 5. Special notes, none at this point. Meteor hammer, and I'm going to take you to see Meteor hammer. Body one ever. I'm not... How are you? Thank you for coming and hanging out. Meteor hammer. My total skill is 43. My base damage for this bad boy is 5. It's 5, and since it's using my agility, it's a base. But no, since I don't have agility as the def strike, I'm gonna have to use my strength, so that's a +5. So that's not that bad. Strike range has a strike range of 15 feet, and I'm gonna show you guys why in a minute. And my critical hit for this weapon goes up to 1 through 10. 1 through 10. And then my katat. I think it's the katat that I want, to be honest with you. Let me close this guy. I don't need this anymore. The katat has a base damage of 3 and does C. So 3 I think it's a perception-based weapon, so I'll do 44 here. Has a bonus damage of 0. Well, I'll give it strength. Why not? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make strike range. It has a range, strike range. It's a thrown weapon. And let's see here. Let me go ahead and grab this note here for these guys. And C. All right. All right, so like I was saying, those weird kind of numbers right there, right? These over here seems to be the hard thing, but they're not, right? Like I said, if you think about it logically, right? 2H means two-handed weapon, right? Armor absorption, it ignores 10 armor. It causes me 15 points of to my physical defense goes down by 15, and I forget what O is, but I think O is it cannot attack through space of an occupied, right? And so my weapon it's two-handed, so I got to use two hands. Has an armor ignores 10 points of armor and K can cause knockdowns and knockbacks. All right, a Katat has C, which is I can't do damage against light, medium, or heavy armor, because I think a Katat is a thrown circle ring. That'll be way over here. Katats. Yeah, it's a steel ring. So it's like the rings that you can spin on one finger. It's got an edge onto it. But the meteor hammer, and there's actually an ability that allows me to become better with it. But the meteor hammer is a flying hammer, consists of two heavy oblong weights attached to a very long rope or fine chain link. It's about 15 to 20 feet long, so that's why it's got a strike range of 15 feet. And basically, I throw it around me to pick up speed. On my next rank, I'll probably pick that up as the weapons master fighting style meteor hammer. And so I've still got money left over, right? I've got 450 silver pieces. You can buy an energy blaster if you have the money. They're 1,200 silver pieces, though. They're very expensive. It's like a lot. So our adventuring gear. Yeah, I like lists, can you tell? So we've created a lot of awesome gear that you can find. But I'm going to skip all that, and I'm going to go right down here to the... Should I get the burglar's pack? Standard pack. I'll get the burglar's pack. That's 150, so I'm down to 300 silver pieces. And it's the burglar's pack, so I'm just gonna grab all that and just pop it in there. Boom, we're done. Burglar's pack, yep, that's what I went with. I also made an adjustment just recently to this is an old document that I have here. Yeah, documents for me can change instantaneously. So that's it, really. I think what I'm going to do next, I don't know, how long have I been streaming? A couple hours now? An hour and 43 minutes. Are you guys up to taking it up to 10th rank? Yes? No? Maybe so? Do you want to see what it looks like at 10th rank? Kool-Aid. Mr. Lord Baron, are you still with us? Do you want to see us go up to rank 10? Anybody? You need to crash? I understand, Mr. Serby, you're back east. Well, thank you so much. All right, you guys. So what I think I'll do is, you got a crash. All right. Well, this is how quickly you can rank a character in Legends of Kralis. Mr. Serby, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Stay healthy, stay awesome. I hope you don't work tomorrow. Do you? Oh, thank you for the bits, Mr. Baron. All right. This is how fast this works. All right. So. Ooh, look, you're my first cheer, too. Look at that. That is so awesome. I don't think I've ever had a first cheer. I've never had anybody cheer me. I'm about to cry. Nope, no work tomorrow. Awesome. Sleep in. Right? Do that if you can. Woo-hoo. Yeah, you're my first cheer. No one's ever cheered me before. I feel special. I feel loved. I get a lot of cheering from other places. Anyways, all right, so we're going to take this bad boy up to 10th rank. And here is how ranking occurs. Here's how ranking occurs in Legends of Kralis. And of course, the page number for ranking is on page 69. You know, because why not? All right. So normally I would have to go through and have to earn a bunch of merit, right? But the way I think it is this. You get to choose certain things. And ranking your character basically does this. Each rank you gain a new ability, or I can increase an ability if I reach rank 5. So I'll be able to any abilities that have tiers in them, I'll be able to rank one of those to epic tier. So, and then I gain 1 heroic luck per rank, and I gain some rank bonuses, and then at third, 5th, 7th, and 9th, I can increase my skills, right? And gain new skills. So to make it fast and simple, so that means 5, 10, 15, 20. I gain a plus 20 to all my skills that I choose to have. I'm not going to choose to do any new skills because I don't want to. And I gain 1 new ability every rank, so that means I'm going to gain 9 more abilities. I gain 9 heroic luck, so now at 11 heroic luck, but I probably lost some. But we're creating for a high level play, right? Rank bonuses. Now, rank bonuses are kind of cool. Rank bonuses allow you to increase your health, gain new skills, gain more fatigue, or increase an attribute. Now, this I do have to worry about the increasing the attribute because some abilities require you to have a certain level of attribute, right? Like if I wanted to be a spellcaster, I had to make sure my intelligence was at least 80, right? So I would have had to maneuver that around. Otherwise, I can't do that. I got to stay one thing. But it worked out pretty well. So here's what I'm going to do. And I can take 1 for free, right? But I can purchase up to 2 others. I could purchase them all if I wanted to, but I can never purchase the same one twice, right? So I'm going to gain a plus 20 to all my skills. So let's go ahead and take care of that right now. So this is a 65. This is a 74, 76, 75, 76, 74, 64, so I'm sorry, 64, 66, 66, 86, 83, 76, 63, and 60, 64 for that. All right, so those are all my skills. I could choose to buy new skills, but I'm not going to worry about that right now, because I think that's a pretty good thing. I might need some lore and stuff like that, but we'll figure that out in just a minute. And then Tenacious is allows me to gain health points. I mean fatigue points and health points. What's my health at? 53. So what I can do is so every rank I can do that. So I get 9. Let's do 5. Sorry, I'm responding to somebody over here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 5 ranks of health. So that gives me a 25 to my health. So this becomes a 78. And tenacious, 4 ranks there. So gives me 40 points. So this comes 151. Fatigue, which allows me to cast spells like crazy, right? And then this is the hard part of actually ranking up characters this way, is because of the fact is that I need to go now choose specific abilities. Since I want to stay a thief fighter, martial arts caster, I think what I'm going to do is this. At Spellcraft allows me to cast up to power rank 2, but I'm at Essence Spells. I'm going to also take Fire at one of the ranks, and then I think I'm also going to take Air. So I'm going to take those. So that's going to be 3 ranks. So now I'm down to 7 ranks of other abilities. Increased luck. I'll give it a couple times. I'll give it twice. So I'm at 17 heroic luck at 10th rank. And because I can't wear armor, I'm gonna go all the way to this in the knowledge. Is it knowledge? I think has it. I know stealth definitely has it. Kuja Rijai focuses. It's combat and stealth. So awesome. In either one of those, I will go to combat and take it. Kujaraji. So what this allows me to do is really kind of cool. I'll take that at 2nd rank, because what it allows me to do is do this Kujaraji armor, which gives me a plus 25 or plus 5 armor for every 25 points I have in willpower. So I'm currently at 25 at 15 at 15 armor. And that's armor. It's just armor. It allows me to have like this invisible armor shield on me, right? So that's probably 2nd rank. 3rd rank, I'll take Fire Essence. Fire. 4th rank, I think I will take Fighting Style Meteor Hammer. But I don't think I can, though. Nope, I can't, because I have to have a 75 in Weaponcraft chains. So I'll make that change. Control A chains. I just can't do that yet. But yes, I can. So no, I can't. Yes, I can't. No, I can't. Yes, no. No, there's no way I can get it there. Not at least at. Yeah, I can't. So I will never be able to take that ability. Oh well. But it has some cool stuff in it, right? I can do throws and snare, slams, swing, trip. But I can take a martial arts ability, and I'm going to take martial arts techniques. Martial arts techniques at 4th rank. Now I get to declare. Let's see here. I get to take 1 offensive and 1 defensive. Once offensive and one defensive technique. I think I'm going to go with. Monkey Paints the Sun technique. Because it improves my physical defense. Gives me a... For every 25 I have in martial arts, I gain a +5 to my physical defense. My martial arts is what? 75. So every 25, so +15 when I use that. +15 PD when I declare that. I think it's always... No, I have to declare it before I use it. And then I get 1 offensive technique. Ooh, I'm gonna, because I also want to make sure I can knock somebody out faster than I can kill them. I think might do Antelope Stalks the Tiger technique. No, I'm gonna take the 51. Lord Baron, if you can hear me, I'm going to do this. This one you'll love. I'm gonna take the 51 Fierce Fighting Butterflies technique. 51 Fierce Fighting Butterflies technique. This, I sacrifice 20 fatigue and I can add an additional free attack for every attack I would normally have. Oops. So 20 fatigue, gain 1 additional attack for every standard attack I would, for every standard attack. So that means that if I invoke this with my ability to strike, oh sorry, looking at the wrong one. Got the mic right here and I keep doing this. 75. So now I can do 1 heavy strike. I can do 2 normal strikes and almost 3. So I can so that means I sacrifice 20 fatigue and I can do 4 normal strikes per turn. Standard, not to include the fact that I can use multiple strike to increase that. So I could technically get 8 attacks off in 1 round. In 1 turn. 8 attacks. 8 attacks in 1 turn. Right? Because I can, for every -10 that I take in my physical, in my attack, so it's a -10, -20, -30, -40. So if I do 4 extra attacks above my first one, or including my first one, my score drops to 35, but I can get 4 attacks off that turn, plus the fact that I'm actually able to do 2, so that's 6, and then if I drop 20 fatigue, I can do 12 strikes in 15 seconds. You want to talk about Fists of Fury. 12 attacks potentially. And any one of those, technically I could crit on 3 of those percentage-wise. I'm going to destroy you with those attacks. I think I just broke my own system. Oops. Anyways, cool. All right, so that's 2nd, 3rd, 4th rank, 5th rank. I'm going to take air. Oh yeah, any good system can be broken. Absolutely. But I've worked very hard to make it hard to break. But Kralis doesn't care, honestly. If you are an effective character creator or min-maxer, doesn't care. Does not care. Because all it takes is 1 critical hit on my end as an NPC, and I can kill you. Period. End of story. Roll up a new character. So anyways, where was I? So 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. And now that my martial arts is up to 75, but that's a 10th rank. That's a 10th rank ability for me, technically. I'm going to do martial arts style, but I'm going to do that at 10th rank. Now, martial arts style snake allows me to do paralytic strikes. I can debilitate. There's a 10% chance that I can cause you to become stunned. That's awesome. But we'll see what happens. Because I've got some other things I need to take in here, right? I'm not going to take melee specialization. I could take, but I don't have attack quickness or puncture skill. I could do that, but I don't want to do that. I just found an issue. Well, maybe if I do Iron Will, then I can come get Power Shield, but I need a shield for that. Shield Mastery Quickening. Alright, so that's that. Let me go to my knowledge. So at 5th rank, I want to take Legendary. So at 5th rank, I take Legendary. Now that gives me access to power rank up to PR4 spells, which is awesome. So that's 5th rank. 6th rank. Ooh, I'm going to take Blink. Ooh, I just like that concept, being able to blink. Pow! Call me Nightcrawler. Will of 75. Do I have a Will of 75? I do. So I'm going to take Blink at 6th rank. Which means that I can move up to 15 feet away. I can blink up to 15 feet away per willpower modifier. So 6, 33, 90 feet. I can blink up to 90 feet away. Just boop. So I can blink up to 90 feet, but I can't go through, I can't go through a window or through bars. If I couldn't normally go through it, I can't blink past it, if that makes any sense, right? Otherwise, people would just be blinking all over the place, and yes. Up to 90 feet, so that's 6th. And I think that's it. Now let me go to stealth, because there's some cool things in stealth that I wanted to get. Social and stealth. Multiple imagery, because I want to clone myself as well, which requires Shadowcraft. Maybe I don't want to do that. Shadow data. Yeah, I think I'm going to do shadow data at 7th rank. And what's cool about shadow data at heroic level, heroic allows me to basically, I can engulf myself into a shadow 3 times my size. Engulf into with shadow up to 3 times my size, which would be like a 15-foot diameter around me, more or less. And one other one I definitely want to take I'm gonna actually take this earlier. Bright Eye, where is it? There's this really cool ability called Bright Eye. Oh, what are you doing? Bright Eye. It allows me to literally see in the dark. And I can do a 360-degree thing around me, and it's usable 3 times per day, once per turn, which is cool. So I'm going to actually take that at 2nd rank. Bright Eye. I'm not gonna know me down no more. No, I'm not gonna change my mind. I can see in any darkness or blinding light to 100 feet, and able to see through non-metal objects up to 10 feet during the use. Or I can see 360 degrees in normal vision. 3 times a day for 1 turn per use. Three times per day for 1 turn, which is 15 seconds. You know, that's kind of cool. I might actually change that to like 1 turn per use per willpower modifier. Yeah, I think I see. This is the cool thing about being the creator, right? I get to do what I want to do. I can change rules just like this. Open. Gonna go to Player's Guide. We're gonna go to Chapter 2. I just need to do a straight video, not on Twitch, of just creating a character and the what to do's. You guys have been fun, but I definitely just need to do that once. Where am I going? I'm going to Bright Eye. Social. Do I want to make it willpower? Yeah, I'm going to make it willpower. Modifier. For willpower modifier. Yeah, that makes it more fun. Per turn, for 1 turn, per will mod. Vilmad. Alright, so that is, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Do I want to take that at Marshall? Or do I want to take my next level of spellcasting for Arcane Touch? Now, understand, I've taken a lot of different abilities to make my character do all 3 a triple threat. So it's a different kind of build, but you could definitely do it with other things. I think what I'm going to do for the actual basic character creation for YouTube is I'm just going to do a basic fighter. You know what? That's what I'll do. I'm going to do a fighter, a thief-like, a priest-like, a Jinhur-like. Yeah. And just do those for YouTube. That's what I'll do. Epic. Do I care about that enough to do that, though? What else can I take at 10th rank? didn't take alchemy, so I don't want to take that. And since I'm sticking with my skills, I just might do that. No, you know what? I'm going to take my last one. I think is definitely going to be martial arts style snake. All right. Martial arts style snake. Heroic. All right, I think that's it for tonight. Thank you, Lord Baron, if you're still there, for hanging out with me. I hope to see you guys on Wednesday. Now you got an idea what you're going to be running into. I'd like to see your opinions when you guys get through it. So I am going to finish here tonight. Thank you for Serby and Lord Baron for hanging out, and everybody else that I didn't see that was not in the chat but was hanging out with me. Thank you so much for hanging out. And special kudos go to Lord Baron for being my first bit giver. That's awesome. Thank you again so much. I appreciate that. Anyways, have a good night, you guys. Stay legendary.